The reason is simple. Knowledge is good, but knowledge is simply a momentum that pushes you towards action. If that knowledge has not produced action, which is now the reason why you learn is so that you can act better. And as a result, make adequate improvement in your processes. So I'm hoping that as we are learning here this morning, we are going to put in the corresponding work. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Olalade, good morning. Were you in the last class?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Were you in our last class?
No, sir.
Okay, welcome to this class. Rosemary, I think you were in our last class, right? Is Rosemary here? Okay. Okafor Chidema, where is she? Okafor Chidema, I think you were in our last class, right? Hope that is not our madam.
I think I'm muted from there. I was in your last class, sir.
Okay.
If
that guy, meet the guy.
Ngozi, please mute yourself. I want to hear one person that I was talking to. So Chidema, please, can you share with us in 1 minute what you learned in the last class?
So, when you want to stop talking.
In 30 seconds or 1 minute.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
What did you say, sir?
I said share with us in 1 minute or 30 seconds, just briefly, what you gained from the last class.
Okay, what I learned in the last class is we have to believe in ourselves, and whenever we have to know the product and the things that we are doing first before presenting it outside to our customers, and we have to organize ourselves. And when we are presenting it outside, we know what we are saying. We know what we are telling the people outside there, our customers.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Today, I want you guys to listen more with a closer attention. And I'm sure that everybody that is in this class has their writing materials, right? Which means you're ready to document something. Please listen to me more. Listen to what I'm going to say more than what you will see on the screen. I'm sure that we are all seeing my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So better strategies to adopt in order to achieve prominence. Everybody mute yourself, please. Gloria, mute yourself. Affable Homes, mute yourself. Admin, mute everybody, please.
Yes, I heard him.
Okay. All right, so we are in the part 2. And in the part 1, I said some very important things to us that businesses don't fail. This was part of the things I shared in the beginning. Businesses do not fail It's the people that are behind the business that fail. You don't need to like this, but you have to accept it because it's the truth. Mr. A, B, and C started an automobile company that sells cars. After 5 years, it folded. It doesn't mean that the automobile business has folded. It is A, B, and C automobiles that failed. Sister Chidema started a cake baking business, XYZ Bakeries. After 2 months, it folded. It doesn't mean that the confectionery business of cake baking has folded. What it means is that XYZ cake baking business has folded, and it folded because of the incompetence of the person that is managing it. Every time something fails, it's as a result of incompetence. One place or the other, some level of incompetence has come in. And you don't need to romance the truth when you want to tell it to yourself in order for you to make significant progress in life. Do you know that there are many hardworking poor people? Many hardworking broke people? Many hardworking frustrated people? Many hardworking hungry people? So sometimes why people fail is not because they are not hardworking. They fail because they don't have the right amount of knowledge, or they don't have that knowledge in a good sequence to produce a particular outcome they are desiring. My mentor told me one time, he said, if what you know is what everybody knows, you are part of the masses. You can write that down. If what you know is what everybody knows, you are part of the masses. Because the masses have a general knowledge. Election is coming, the masses are shouting, whoa, 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 this is what we want this one, we want this one. You go to a gathering, they give them wrapper, they give them salt, they give them bag of rice, they are shouting, they are making noise. Whoa. If all you know is what everybody knows, you are part of the masses. And the Bible even said that when the foundation is faulty, what shall the righteous do? So it simply means that sometimes if you are not getting the particular result you desire, check the knowledge, the concept that is backing what you are doing. It may not be your activities. It may just be in the concept. It may just be that you have been believing in the wrong thing. It may just be that you have been practicing the wrong thing. So if it's not working, all you have to do is change your concept and change your strategy. If you get this thing alone, if you can understand the importance of what I'm saying here, it may do you a whole lot of good in your business. That sometimes you stop thinking that customers are your problem. Stop thinking that it's because of where you are located that is your problem. Most times, stop thinking that money is your primary problem. A lot of people who are in business who want money, when you give them money, it's unfortunate that they don't know what to do with it. I've seen businesses that raised some good amount of money and folded afterwards. What happened? Concept is wrong. Money is good, but money is only good if you know exactly what it is that you want to do with it. Because it is your understanding of a concept that determines the approach you take. I need to emphasize this thing very, very well. One of my favorite authors, Brian Tracy, excuse me, he said something profound one time. He said, a little difference in ability on strategy can lead to a huge difference in result. And this is so accurate. Just you are doing something the same way. Another, you may be a salesperson in a real estate company. You may be whatever it is. And then you have a colleague who is always closing deals time after again. You are running a booker, a small restaurant company. There's another person who started recently where you are running, and then he's always selling out. He's cooking the same food you are doing. He's working in the same company. Why is it succeeding more than you? Is a little difference in strategy, which has made a big difference in results. Maybe it's the way he's talking to prospects. Maybe it's his hunger. Maybe it's his desire. Maybe it's his personal vision. Maybe it's his personal goal. Maybe his approach. Maybe it's his countenance. Maybe it can be anything. Anytime something is not working, don't beat the business. The business does not have the ability to grow itself. The business does not have the ability to diversify itself, to innovate itself. It is always the business owner. That is why I've always shared across every platform where I've been opportune to see that. Never allow your business overgrow you. Overgrow, not like overgrow you as an individual. Never allow your business to overgrow you in competence, overgrow you in leadership, overgrow you in thinking, overgrow you in innovation. Because you need to understand that at every point in time, there is a need to put the right persons one place or the other. There's a need to put the right resources, the right structures and system one place to another. If it's not working, change your concept, change your strategy. Most people, when they register for my sales class, just like the current one that is going on, I had a young lady who registered. She's a sales representative in a particular organization. Within a space of 2 weeks that we've had that class, she has made sales that she has never made from the beginning of this year. And now her company has nominated her to go to Ghana by January to represent the company in a sales conference. What happened? That means all this while there is something she has not been doing accurately, and it's been affecting her productivity. So you have to always check the foundational knowledge that is backing up what you are doing. And I say it here, everywhere you go and see things working, people have thought and implemented ahead of time. It is an act of failure to start implementing when you need to implement. It is an act of failure to start getting ready when the opportunity is at hand. Every single thing that works in this world must be done ahead of time. So money does not go to people that desire it. Admin, I hope you can hear me so that I know that I'm talking to you guys. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Fantastic. So money does not go to people who desire it. Because I think everybody upon the face of the earth desires money. All of us want it. I want it, you want it, everybody wants it. But there are some people who have gotten it more than others. Why? It's because money does not respect emotions. It's practically neutral. Money does not have feelings. Right? Money does not understand religion. It has nothing to do with geographical inclination. It's not about where you are. Money does not also respect gender. If money respects religion, Africa would have been the richest continent on the face of the earth because we are a praying continent. If money respects emotion, women would have been the richest gender. Women would have been the richest people on the face of the earth. If you are passing through problems and you are crying, if you cry and cry and cry and come out, you wake up and clean your eyes and then ask yourself, what do I need to do? Because if money can come by cry, all of us will just wake up in the morning and start crying. Now, write this down. My mentor says something like this one. He says, in difficult situations, poor people complain. Rich people adjust. They adjust their lifestyle while the poor are complaining. Oh, Nigeria is terrible. Tinubu has killed us. Where's subsidy? I sat down one day and I told myself that, hey, Nigeria is not going to get better. And you don't need to like it or not. You just have to believe it. Nigeria is not going to get better. Take it from 1999 that we had democracy, our first democratic government. From 1999 to date, has the Naira ever appreciated against the dollar? It has never happened. As at 1983-88, when Abiola was, IBB was president, we had dollar and Naira working hand in hand, $1 to $1. Check it from when, what is his name? Obasanjo came into office, to when Yaradua came, to when Jonathan came, to when Buhari finally came, to now that Tinubu has come. The dollar and Naira inflation has always been on the increase. So anybody that is sitting down and thinking that, oh, he's praying for Nigeria to get better, only then will he live a satisfied life. You are wasting your effort and energy. As the country is getting worse, as inflation is on the increase, you start adjusting to it and you start thinking of productive means to meet up with the new level of inflation in the society, or better still, stay ahead of it. So money is simply a reward for value created and adequately marketed. You must continue to ask yourself, what value am I creating? Value can be in business, it can be in your skill, it can be in your knowledge. It can be anything, it can be a craft. Every time you create value, you attract money. When your value is good enough and you market it properly, you attract more money. And that's why I say that anyone who has learned the art of sales has bid eternal farewell to poverty. Because you can't know how to create value and know how to sell it and then you are broke. It's not possible. If you are here and you've been praying for money, it doesn't work. Money does not answer by prayer. Poverty can never, ever die by fire. Never. Otherwise, poverty would have died in all our families across Nigeria and Africa, because there's been enough fire that we have called down already. I know why I'm starting with this other part, so that when things are happening, you look at yourself, you look inward. You don't look, see, I hate people, not that I hate people, but in fact, that is the cheapest way to identify failures. Failures are people who find excuses for their misfortune. They find excuses. They have beautiful excuses why they are broke. They have beautiful excuses why their businesses are not working. They have beautiful excuses why they are where they are. They have beautiful excuses why they are not moving forward. Very beautiful and gigantic excuses. And the question I always ask myself when I find myself in any situation is that, is there someone who has ever been in this situation who got out of it better? If there is someone who has ever been in this situation, or even the worst situation, and got out of it better, I should still get out of this situation. There is no reason why you should remain down, no matter the situation. There's no reason. Oh, the sales guru, you don't understand my case. My case is terrible. Okay. Make a research in the world. If you ever see somebody whose case is worse than yours, but came out stronger and more successful, then you don't have any excuse. I remember my mom would jokingly tell me while she was alive and said, anybody that ever dies, for instance, and goes to the underworld and doesn't see anybody within his or her age range, he is free to come back to the earth. If money is lacking, you ask yourself, where is the value that I'm creating? How am I marketing it? These two questions, if you ask yourself, it can change your orientation. Where is the value? How am I marketing it? How good is the value? Where is the value? How am I marketing it? Where is the value? How am I marketing it? Where is the value? How am I marketing? You cannot say you don't create value, you don't market it, and then you are crying for money. Who does that? Does money fall from heaven? You can never earn more than the value you create. And it's simple. Our current level is a pointer to the value, to our value system. Sorry, that's not supposed to be there. Our current level is a pointer to our value system. Yes. Your bank account is as a result of your value system. If you are appreciating that value, automatically your bank account is likely to appreciate. And some of those value creation strategies as business owners, that's what I'm sharing with you today. This is the 10,000 hours rule. And this 10,000 hour rule says that if you be able to put in 10,000 qualitative hours into any craft or business or skill, you will most likely be among the top in that industry. You don't have to like it, but you have to believe the truth. This is absolute truth. If you put in 10,000 hours in studying real estate sales and marketing, you are likely to be among the top selling real estate agents. If you put in 10,000 hours in learning and improving cake baking, you are likely to come up with become one of the top cake bakers. If you put in 10,000 hours in ministry as a pastor, in studying the word, in prayers, in fasting, in conferencing, in attending workshops, you are likely to become one of the top ministers in your industry. If you put in 10,000 hours as a teacher, you are likely to become one of the top teachers in your industry. Is a rule that breaks every. When you start applying these rules, you know that there is nothing like generational curses. Because generational curses thrive where ignorance prevails. Ignorance is the fuel of generational curses. Knowledge is the antidote to generational curses. Oh, I hope somebody is hearing what I'm saying this morning. So the question you have to ask yourself always, how many hours have I put in my craft? How many hours what have I done in my industry? How many hours of qualitative work have I put in my business? As you are learning this thing now, I know that in every class, when you have 100, 200 persons, the tendency is, I know that there are many of us who are probably in this class who don't have a writing material. It's a free class. I don't think anybody here paid. Affable Homes has paid for it. I know there are some people who have no writing materials. They just came to listen. Maybe some people are screenshotting this slide one by one, which they will never go through again afterwards. And I know that there are some people who are serious about this, who want to really improve, who wants to implement. And in fact, before we even come to those in this, I know that this message was sent to more than the number that's on this. And other people have reasons why they are not here. Yes. You can choose to have your reasons, while others, there are excuses for anything in life that anybody wants to do. But don't be like those who listen, but they don't do. Bible says that they hear, but they don't do. Say they are deceiving their own selves. You must listen, you must act, you must evaluate, you must relearn, you must react, you must reevaluate. That's the only way growth takes place. All right, let's look at the 6P before we go into the major thing we have today. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. There are two things there. Let me say three key things. The first is that you must plan. You must plan. Bible says that here thou a man who wishes to establish a man, who wishes to build a mansion. He will first of all sit down to count the cost. That's planning. You must first of all sit down to ask yourself, where in this world am I going to in my business? What do I want to achieve with this business I'm doing? And if you now know that you have to plan, you must plan properly and prior. That means ahead of time. We don't learn how, the soldier does not learn how to shoot in the battlefield. So you don't plan when the battle is ready. You execute when the battle is ready. That's why every week, every month, you need to have your target, your goals for the month. What do you want your business to achieve? What are you looking at that month? I hope you got this. So the thing is that you have a solution, which you, as a business person, that the customer is looking for. Your job is to determine when he wants it and how he wants it, and serve it to him. So when you want to determine a customer's problem, let me leave that. I'll come back to it. Let's look at this so that we don't waste too much of time. Why people are in business. I shared this thing in our last class and I wanted to share it again. It's for the sake of those who are not in the business. But before I proceed, if you have learned anything, can you tell me? Let me take from two persons before I proceed. I want volunteers. I don't want to call names.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my sister.
All right, I am the woman with the microphone. I want to say a big thank you so far. And talking about what I've learned that business don't fail, people do. There's no business that fails, but people do. I also learned that people fail in business because of ignorance of faculty. I also have learned that if you put 10,000 qualitative hours into your skill, into your business, into whatever you're doing, you're mostly going to be one of the best in that. So people don't just come up becoming best in what they do by just saying they are doing it without putting qualitative hours in it. So that alone is just it for me, putting very much time, perfecting yourself. So that's what I've learned. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Qualitative hours, not just hours. We don't reward presence, we reward productivity. Yes, I want another person. Anyone else?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Choma, go ahead.
Okay, I just come to the realization that ignorance is the fuel for generational curses. And money does not have emotions. It's absolutely neutral.
Yes.
And does not respect the religion or emotions. And most of the time, your geographical location does not really matter. But what matters is your ability to strategize. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So there are broke men in the United States of America. There are broke men in the United Kingdom. There are broke men everywhere. There are broke men in Nigeria. It's your disposition and your level of value creation that determines the amount of wealth you command. I want one more person so that we'll proceed. One more person. Are there not men in this class? Okay, let me call names. Let me call names.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Is that Chidebe?
Yes, this is Chidebe Ostadema.
Okay, go ahead, please.
One of the major things I have also learned, in addition to others, is that in difficult time, rich people adjust while poor people complain. Thank you, sir.
It's all right. How does that, what does that communicate to you as a person?
Okay, well, what it communicates to me as a person is that just as you have said, that Nigeria is not getting better.
Exactly.
So as a person, I need to re-strategize and double my puzzle in order to create more positive results in what I do.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So I wanted to be sure that people are listening to me and we are all following. So let's proceed to what we have, which is very important. There are three basic reasons why people start businesses. I think I shared it in our last one, but I'll try to be fast about it. And these three basic reasons, I've not even gone to the strategies you need to adopt. I'm just still establishing some foundational thoughts that can help you and make a good means out of what you are doing. It's very important that you have some of these concepts in mind. If what you have been doing, I was asking people sometime that the life you are living today was once a dream for you. And if that life you are living now is not suitable, does not fit into that dream you once had, it means that if you continue the rate at which you are working with the frequency of knowledge you have that is backing up your work, the tendency that the life you live in the next 10 years will not still match what you dreamt of is high. So you must always change strategies. Why people start business? The first one is to make money. People start business to make money. Majority of the people who are in business started to make money. It's simple. They needed money to buy food for their children, to send them to school, to pay their house rent, maybe to buy a car, maybe live life, pay hospital bills. The plumbing is not working, they repair it. There's food in the kitchen, DSTV is recharged, electricity bill is paid, and all the rest. Those are basic things of life, to make money. Some people still want to make money so that they will show some people that they've arrived. Others want to make money so that they will show their neighbors who once told them that they will never make money that, okay, Amarachukwu Ojako has finally blown. Others want to make money for different reasons, but in all of them is to make money. There are another group who wants to make money for survival. Oh, you graduated from college, no work, no job for you. And then you just found your hand on something. I think they are almost preaching it everywhere now, multiple streams of income, which I think to some extent is a scam, right? But that's not the scope of what we are teaching. But I've taught a couple of places that multiple streams of income, while it's beautiful, is also a scam, especially to young people, because it prevents them from having the simple ability to develop a thing and get it work. So, but that's not the scope. But the primary reasons why businesses should be done is to create wealth. And I said it in our last class. I gave us illustrations about business. I read up that last year, the CEO of Coca-Cola earned $508 million as his annual income and allowances. $508 million in annual income and allowances. Warren Buffett, as an investor in Coca-Cola, in last year earned about $1.something billion. Right? So you see that what those people, their business has grown to the level where it's now creating wealth in the society. Coca-Cola, only God knows how many employees that they have in this world. Those are one of the heavy employers of duty in this world, right? It is stated that in Nigeria, after the federal government, the next highest employer of labor is Dangote, the Dangote Group. That's wealth creation. He's building the refinery that is likely to employ over 300,000 persons. That is wealth creation. So while people may go home and be praying for money, other people are going home praying for Dangote and thanking him for being the source why they are alive. And businesses, when businesses grow, the society grows. It is only business that has the ability to grow the society. Because when people can only fulfill their dreams, their visions when their businesses are growing. I once told one of the persons I'm consulting with, I said there's somebody in school, in university, who is studying because God has commissioned your company to be a place where he will work after his graduation and fulfill his lifelong dream. But sometimes we just think about ourselves, me, myself, and I, me, myself, and I, me, myself. Any thinking that is selfish. That's why I say it is your definition of your concept that determines your approach. Somebody whose dream is to create 30,000 jobs, his approach in business will never be the same with somebody whose dream in business is to at least be getting stipends that will be sustaining him and his family. The approach is never the same. That is why I say it's your definition of concept that determines your approach. And I stated it also in the last one. You can write this down because it can help you. And it changed my orientation another time when I heard this thing. That any business you are doing that can make you 20,000 per month, if you work on it more, it will make you 200,000 per month. If you continue working on it, it can make you 2 million. If you continue, it can get to 20 million and continues. That's why I say the problem most times is not on the business idea. The problem is your approach. You don't yet understand marketing and you want to grow. How? You don't understand structure. You can't be more than 2 persons. In fact, from the first time you came into business, your mindset about business is already skewed. You're just there for anything that looks like money. And as a result, you can sell substandard product, you can kill people. We are in business to create wealth. And it's only through wealth creation that our society emancipates. Let's continue. Now, I've come to the strategies for you. These are the strategies I think you should adopt in this season where we have a failing economy. Can we all see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can see it.
The first thing you have to do here is to do what? Think of the bigger picture. Understand your why and fund it. Just ask yourself the truth now. If you sit down now, ask yourself and say, why am I really in business? Won't you be surprised at the answer that you give to yourself? Don't you think that that is the reason why you've been working the way you are working? Don't you think so? Is it proof? Don't you think that don't you think that it's because of your thought pattern about how businesses are run that you are the level that you are? There are many people who also think that business, that they just need to be struggling and doing this thing the way they are doing it until maybe luck will shine upon them. Yeah, there may be a little bit of luck in business, but anybody who plans with luck in view is already a failure because luck is something that you don't have control over. You cannot determine the time at which it happens. Think of the bigger picture. Think of the bigger picture. Think of a business that has 30 people, 40 people, 50 people, that has operational managers. Think of a business that is growing, that is making impact, a business that is contributing to societal change and economic empowerment of its individuals. Think of the bigger picture. It's your vision that determines your approach. It's your vision that determines. My friend once told me once, I said, we don't walk towards the vision. We walk from the vision. Some of us don't even have no documentation, no definition of terms about what our business. We just know we can explain it to somebody what we are doing. There's nothing to show that we are doing business, no form of documentation. We've never sat down to ask ourselves, okay, what's the extent of this business? Where do I see it in the next 5 years? Where do I want it to be in the next 10 years? What is my strategy to go in there in that next 10 years? There is absolutely nothing like that. And sometimes we will now go and somebody now prophesies to us and we say, amen. And sometimes God now comes and say, okay, son, I have a blessing for you. Where can I bless it? But he cannot see where he needs to bless it because you don't even have anything. This is like the story of the parable of the talent in the Bible. Okay. The Bible said that even that person who didn't have, that the little that he has will be taken away from him and given to the one who had. It is the story of investment, reinvestment. Their master gave them different talents. One invested it. You see that the one who invested, they got double of whatever they invested. The one that didn't invest, he lost everything. If your reason for starting business so that you can feed your family, tendencies are high that you never make big progress. And that is not a bad prophecy or cause. It's a natural phenomenon. And you don't have to like it or hate it. So in this early time in our industry or in our country, you need to ask yourself, why am I really in business? Define it. It will give you some level of energy. What do I want to achieve with this business? And then after that, the next thing you need to do is to capture larger markets. And the basic question you can ask yourself to understand whether you are on point or out of point is, how many people are seeing what I'm selling? How many people? What is my market share? What's my market share? Right? Is it just that my shop? Some people, they just stay in their shop. They stay there. If 20 people come today, Lord, thank you. If 10 people comes tomorrow, Lord, thank you. If 5 person come tomorrow, Lord, thank you. If nobody comes tomorrow, Lord, thank you. There are some of these my Igbo brothers. You go to their shop early in the morning, they are playing draft. They are playing draft. There's no hunger. Yes, Ozolala in our village. He has bought a house in the village. He has a car. His children are driving, and at least he has brought in 2 or 3 containers. He's okay. No hunger. Nothing. He's not thinking of those that if he expands this business, a lot of families will benefit from it. Capture larger market. Some of us are also guilty of eating every profit that comes from our business. There's nothing that we reinvest. I always advise that at least 5 to 30% of your profit should go back into marketing. Between 5% of your profit to 30%. Put it back in marketing. Some people are so afraid of spending, oh my God, especially when they don't know how it will come about. They've not done anything like ad before in their business. They've not paid people to do even market stuff. There is no strategy for getting new customers. How do you want to grow? I said in our last class that in failing economic times, you don't just think of money management. You think of income increase. Because if inflation is going up and you are managing money, your how would I put it? Your life choices, your level of life will continue to decrease because you are just managing your existing income to cope with inflation. But as inflation is going up, you think of more income generating strategies. you are either at the level of that inflation or you are ahead of it. So put money in marketing, invest in marketing in your business, capture more market. That's one of the best ways to make progress. The next one, retain existing customers and upsell to them. There are many people, I've had this, so I'm not talking out of anything. I have experience in this. I've trained plenty of business owners, small and big. And the problem is sometimes there are those who are always looking for new customers that they abandon those who have bought from them before. They don't have any form of communication with their customers. They don't have nothing, absolutely nothing that they discuss with their customer. Their customer, they don't even know whether the customer exists again. They have completely given up on that customer. And that is very, very terrible. So while you are still pursuing new customers, retain old ones. Develop strategies that will retain the old ones. Be in constant communication with them, right? Give them, I teach something I call exclusive strategies. It's always done with old customers. Show them processes of, when you are launching new things, start with your old customers. Sell it to them at discounted rate. Keep them, keep your customers, keep them. Because it's 7 times easier to sell to someone who has bought from you before than to sell to a new person. I like balance. That's why I'm teaching like this. The next thing, I think I have 9 of those strategies you should look at. Build systems, people and processes. Build systems, people and processes. Those are the things that make up a system. No matter how smart you are, there is a limit to what you can do alone. Some people will have a business and they say it's me, myself, and I. Nobody, they believe that nobody in this world is smart enough to do it like them. Nobody, it's just them. They are the financial person, they are the account, they are the admin, they are the HR, they are the marketing manager, they are the... You can be that thing at a particular level, but thinking that you remain like that forever is a curse in business. So invest money in building people. One of our revered mentors, Richard Branson, said, train your staff that they may want to leave, but treat them that they may want to stay. That's the principle in business development. You cannot grow beyond your competence. And sometimes your competence is limited, that if it takes only you, then the business will not work. The business will not grow. So build people, customer service. We are currently in an age where, you know, the more knowledge prevails, the more difficult life becomes. Yes, because in the olden days, it's not easy, it's not hard to convince somebody to buy. These days, we are in a level where some even prospects or customers are more knowledgeable, more educated, or more intelligent than you. So customer service is important. There's something I call the moment of truth. You are taking someone to the site to see a property. That's a moment of truth. Your attitude matters, your approach matters, your countenance matters. Somebody comes to your restaurant, is eating, he saw fly inside your food. You say, Oga, sorry, na mistake. And the person is shouting, say, why are you shouting, sir? No be mistake, no be me do am. Hey, I ate your cake and I said it's too sugary. You say, Oga, now so I they do am. How? Customer service is very important. It's very, very important. And customer service is not just how you treat people. It's also infused in your creation of that value that you are selling. If you have the capacity, have customer service appreciation day. What Affable Homes is doing now is a brilliant customer service approach. They are giving their potential customers value. They are giving their current customers value. They are giving people who may not even be their customer value. They will reap the reward of their seed that they are sowing. So if you don't have good customer service, there are 1,001 persons who are doing the same thing you are doing. So we'll buy from that person. Everybody likes to go where they are treated better. So nobody is your money, then you can't go and spend it in a place where you are also not well treated. That's why if you are not a nice person yourself, you cannot succeed in business, because you need to know how to treat people well. You need to know how to take their complaint without reacting. When customers say that, you are stupid, I always say this, write it down. Customers are always right, but they're not always correct. When a customer says you are stupid, he's right because he's just expressing his opinion. Is he correct? No, because you know, hell no, you are not stupid. You are not. So invest in customer service. It's very important. Leverage efficiency. If you are in an office that is taking you too much money to do, why don't you go remote? Is this something you can go remote? Why don't you close down, make your operations, you work 2 days from my home, you work 3 days in office, so that 2 days will be saving diesel for that period of 2 days. Or why don't you spend the big money, put solar there, so that in the next 5 years, you would have saved more money than you would have saved on diesel. Efficiency is the most important thing. Don't employ somebody that you don't have any work for that person, or that his work is just one thing. And sometimes when he does it once a week. What's the sense of him working there? Can't someone else manage that same thing? Efficiency is the goal for anyone who wants to survive in an alien economy. Are we following everyone?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, we are.
Thank you. So on the last thing that I wanted to do, cut cost. Yes. Cutting cost doesn't mean reducing money. No, cutting cost means reducing your expenses. Yeah, but when we say cut cost, people are just thinking of reducing their expenses. It means investing in the right places. It means using your money for the right thing. The thing that you know. Cutting cost also means that you are putting more money in something that you are sure has the potential of bringing in more money. That's how to cut costs. It's not just that, oh, you stop spending. No, it's that you are not spending in things that you know has the surety of bringing in money back into the business. One of the ways to cut costs is to invest in marketing. Sometimes you may invest in marketing to not bring any, but don't worry. You need to always have leads that your business is always at their faces. I don't have all the time to teach all this thing. I taught a course in one of my trainings, one of my online trainings, and one of the courses there is partnership marketing. In that thing, I gave an illustration of how you can even get influencers to market for you without paying them anything. I thought of how you can do collaborative marketing with people. There's a feature on Instagram that is called collaboration, where you can gain access to someone's audience. You just need to be strategic. Talk to that person and say, okay, I want to do a post with you or something. Just do something. Go to places where content are going viral, people that have enough followers. Comment on their post. Make it brilliant. People are likely to see it. People will see it. People will follow you. People will come to check what you are doing. Okay, don't always be the person that say I'm on my own now. There's one of my students in a class we were having last night, my workshop, where we had the last class. The girl was telling me that she's this person that's always been shy and she hates when people tell her no. But after we have gone through this 1 week, that she's now as bold as lion. I said, that's what I want. And in the first day of using the strategy I shared with them, she made six sales that day. So that's what it is. So there are markets you can never conquer until you partner with people. For instance, if you are selling Zobo, why don't you go and look for one person who runs Booker and introduce your Zobo. Give him a percentage. It could be 10 naira per bottle. It could be 20 naira. Some people just want to earn everything. That's why they're not growing. You're selling puff. You want to fry it every morning and be carrying it on your head and be walking and stressing yourself up and down. Why don't you look for where you can discharge it? Collaborate. Partner with some people. Don't chop everything. Give them some level of share in what you are selling or what you are doing. Collaboration is the new way of making money from people. Oh, in my course, I think this is over 40 minutes. I can't talk about it enough. There are some people here. I think after now, check me out on social media. You will see go to my TikTok. You can watch as plenty videos as you can see there. It's just the Sales Guru. Check me on Facebook, Instagram. I have plenty of videos that can help you as you are learning. And then I didn't put this one. Be hungry. Be hungry for more. I think I've still said it in the beginning, but I didn't say it like this. Be hungry. Business people, be hungry. Be hungry. Be hungry. Be very hungry. Don't be too easily satisfied with the peanuts that you are getting. And I always tell everybody that I train that no matter how much money you have made so far, either from referrals or whatever you have done before in your business, there is more money for you in the hand of strangers. You must find a way to go and look for it and collect it. And it's not proper for you to sit and wait for customers to come to you. You go where they are. Don't ever join the gang of those who are saying Nigeria is not working. Nigeria is not. There's money move. People are buying new cars every day, establishing new houses, building new business and structures. I have a school I'm consulting with. That school, the new school they are building is worth well over 1 billion naira. And somebody is here telling me that there is no money in this. Since inflation starts going up, since the price of cement starts going, have you taken account whether as price of cement is going up, whether the rate of house building is down? Never. It's always on the increase. That means people are always making money. But because some people are in the congregation of poor men, they're always hearing information of downward. There are some particular group or conversation department that you need to press a delete for yourself. Go out of the place where people are talking trash, where people are talking mediocrity, where people are talking average. Supercharge your thinking, supercharge your desire. Let me say this, and I said it before, that there is nothing like being overambitious. And I found that from the scripture. And that is Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. He says, now unto him that is able to do above all we can ever think or imagine. So God can do what we can ever think or imagine. So no matter your level of imagination or thinking, God can do more than that. And God cannot do it alone, because he says, through his power that worketh in you. One of those his powers is your power of thinking, your power of desire, your power of imagination. So anytime you think low, you are lowering the power of God in your life. Right? And I tell you, everywhere, I'm a crusader for this. And you may not see me driving that private jet, but I know it's in the pipeline. I've conceived it in my mentality. I know it's there. And that is not also my definition of wealth. My definition of wealth is among how many people can I deposit this thing, and then they are going, they are conquering. One of my students yesterday requested for my account number, and he paid money to my account. I said, sir, for all you've done for me for the past 1 week, thank you so much. That's wealth that I've created. It's coming back to me. I don't think any of you may hit a big money tomorrow that you want to invest in real estate that you will not think of affordable homes. That means you have neglected where the source came from. Because as this teaching continues, I don't know if this teaching will continue, but if you continue, we'll be going deep into sales and marketing so that I can help you guys develop more market. The last one before we close today. Establish a channel for earning in hard currencies. This will help you to shove inflation. Establish a channel for earning in hard currencies. If not, it may be the only way to cushion inflation. The world is now a global state, depending on the kind of thing you are doing. There's one of my students here who runs a farm. We started thinking and we started doing some packaging, how she does her snails and oven dry the snail. That snail cannot stay for 6 months, even if it's not used. Today, she's packaging and sending out of the country. I can show you the screenshot. One of my students in UK, she told me, say, I'm now buying food stuff from Nigeria and I'm selling in UK. 2 days ago, I sold food stuff worth £1,000. Earning higher. You may not be having it now, but think of it. Think of how you can. It may be in the next 2 years, maybe in the next 3 years, maybe in the next 5 years. Don't be in so much pressure on yourself. Follow life out of. There are things that must be in the existing, things you know will be in the existing, but don't ever live a life where none of these things are ever going to be in existence or is not in the thought process. So think of a strategy where you can earn foreign currencies. Thank you so much. I love you all. Okay. Admin, if you can see my screen, I thought someone would clap for me.
So
Yeah, I want your clapping.
Amazing class. Awesome. Value packed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Double drop.
Thank you, Rosemary.
So I guess the class is open for questions.
Yes.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, so thank you for the powerful section that we just had now.
All right, who is talking? Please, your name.
Chidebe Ostadema is
Okay.
talking. So you mentioned something about opening a channel for earning in harder currency.
Yeah.
So maybe can you just give us 1 or 2 examples of how we can achieve that? Thank you, sir.
It depends on the business you are running, right?
Okay.
It depends on the world is now a global village, which means you can be here. In my last sales workshop, I had somebody in Pakistan who signed up. Then she wanted to sign up, but because we met on LinkedIn, we wanted to sign up, but I didn't have any platform for her to sign up. Immediately, I went to do my research, and someone had to open a PayPal account for me. And the last class we had, she had to pay in $20. And the good thing is that there are many platforms where somebody can send you money online and you get it. Secondly, even if you are dealing in electronic, there are many people in abroad who are building houses here, either for their parents or whatever. Right? If you are in their group, somebody in Abuja reached out to me. He's into event management. I was asking me how you can earn, how you can attract foreign customers. I said the best way to attract foreign customers is to make sure that what you are doing here locally, you are the best at it. And then when you know that you are the best at it, you find a cluster. Where does these people cluster? Do they have association? Are there churches where you can likely get access to foreign viewers? In fact, this is one of the things I do. There are sometimes churches now, they will be hosting their churches live on Facebook, right? Most Sunday services now, you will see it live on Facebook. You can watch the church live on Facebook. And you see somebody comment, watching from Ghana. Another person say, watching from Canada. This one say watching from UK. If you are sensitive enough, you know that there's a topic I taught somewhere and what I define market. That market is not a location, it's human beings. You know that this person is Ghana. Okay, I just take to my phone or I go to his bio and tap it, send him a friend request. Hi, Choma, accountant. I can see that you live in Ghana. My name is Udo. I'm a sales and marketing consultant. It's beautiful to connect with you. Piam. If you do it for 5, you connect with them, the person accepts it. Tomorrow you can say, good morning, Choma. How are you doing today? Fine. Do it for 1 week. Before you know it, you can present what you sell. Start asking and say, do you sell the... You must make sure you have a reach in the diaspora. Unless if you are doing things that are indexed on Google, like blogging, like also, in fact, one of the things I'm trying to do now is to integrate my charging in Bitcoin, in the cryptocurrency world, so that I can also collect my fees, either in USDT or with coin. Those are more secured currencies that I can have. Are you getting what I'm saying? If you are someone that is into training, you can train, and somebody from any part of the world can be part of your training. So there are different strategies depending on the business that you are into. And secondly, there's this thing I used to do, although that was when dollar was a little bit more stable at about 500. I earn my money in Naira. I go and use it and buy dollar. I have a DOM account. When my money is in dollar, I hardly spend it. So whether it's growing or not, but at least that money is safe. So sometimes I don't even put it in my account. I change it in dollars. I have it $100 and I keep it here in my house. And sometimes it's very stable for me. And most of the times you will make one profit on it because it will always appreciate. You may be thinking that dollar is now 900. How can I do that? Wait, maybe before December this year, dollar will hit 1,000. So even if you can't earn in hard currency, you may want to save your money in hard currency. It's more stable than the Naira that is always fluctuating. But depending on what you are buying, I run a private tutoring firm. I have some Nigerians who are in UK. I have tutors who are working in that industry. My wife is managing that company. We charge them in pounds. It's better for us. So you pay it, whether it's £100 or £50. It's there for us. Nobody is touching it. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm getting you, sir.
All right. So there are different ways depending on what you are dealing with. But you can make more research on that. One of the ways is cryptocurrency. You can collect your payment in coin instead of cash. I've not started that myself, but I had a conversation with some of the guys yesterday, and we're working on that. Okay, if I have another question.
Yes, sir. I have a question. It's not really, I don't know if I missed out something or there's a mix-up somewhere. In the process of your training us, you mentioned the 6 P's, and you said plan prior to, and that was all. So I don't know if...
the 6 P's is proper prior planning.
Okay.
Prevents poor performance. Let me say it again. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, proper prior planning prevents poor performance.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, do I have another question? Okay, connect with me on Facebook. My name is Udo Chukwuchikwendo on Facebook. Or if you type The Sales Guru, you still see my name. That's my page. On Instagram, The Sales Guru. LinkedIn, Udo Chukwuchikwendo. On TikTok, The Sales Guru. You will get a whole lot of value from there. Thank you, everyone, for having me. Mr. Uchen, I hope I'm free to leave your house.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will appreciate.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you.
Appreciate. So we are going to be hearing more of you as time goes by.
All right. Thank you, Choma.
And in terms of any other questions? Okay, somebody is talking. Okay. So in the essence of any other question, we say thank you so much to you, Mr. Odochukwu Chikwendu, for the time that you gave to us this morning and for the valuable information that you have dished out. So it is not left for every one of us to practice.
Yes, remember
all that you have learned today, and
sorry, sir. Remember
also
that
make
I
sure
said
to apply it in our different businesses.
Please remember that I said that woe unto him who knows so much and does so little. Woe unto him who knows so much and does so little. If you want to implement all I've shared today, I'm sure you get a different result. I know this is recorded, right? So you can always share it to them for a reward. So thank you. That's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.